Gugnani here at Acker, Merril and Condit in New York City. It's the oldest wine store in the country. Michael Green is here with me, and we're going to talk all about glassware, the right glass for the right wine.
But actually, there are certain glassware companies who take this very seriously, and one of them is Riedel. And actually, today we have a lot of products from this glass company here today. We're starting off with champagne
glass. And champagne flutes normally look like this, narrow all the way through, and a lot of them will have a little bit of etching at the bottom of the glass so that when you pour the bubbles, it'll be even more effervescent.
More effervescence. That's really cool, so you can look for that etching.
Or you can actually scrape the bottom with a little bit of metal, and you're going to see when you pour everything in, it's going to bubble, bubble,
so
bubble.
You can either scrape or you can get the champagne glass, a little etching. Our next wine glass here today is a white wine glass, which would be used for Chardonnay. And what I look for in a glass is a very thin lip. I look for a well-balanced stem, and often when I'm holding a glass, I'll either hold it from the stem or I'll hold it from the foot.
And the reason you want to do that is that you don't want to actually warm up the wine with your hand temperature.
Absolutely.
So you want this to be nicely chilled and beautiful. You want to maintain the temperature.
And also, wait a minute, it smells like you've been wearing Chanel No. 5. So if you hold it like this, you're not going to be able to actually smell what the winemaker intended. We're next moving into a glass that would be perfect for Pinot Noir, when Pinot Noir's home is in Burgundy, France. And feel this glass.
It's a little bit heavier.
It's a little bit heavier, and actually the flavors are going to open up in your mouth, and it's great for Pinot Noir. It's great for other lighter styles of red wine. I'll often use it for Beaujolais as well.
And it's great because, as if you notice here, this has got a little bit less surface area, and this is our white wine glass that we're going to use for Chardonnay. And we've got a little more surface area because you're going to want to incorporate more air in this red wine.
That's a good point. While we're on the subject of glassware, here's a tip. Don't fill your glass more than 1/3 filled.
Of course.
Because you really want that opportunity to swirl it, you want the opportunity to savor it. If you're going to fill that glass up to here, you're not going to be able to get an idea of what the wine's all about.
You want all those aromas to come through. The first experience with the wine is going to be on the nose, then on the palate.
Exactly. This actually is a Bordeaux glass.
Yeah, and you can use this for nice Bordeaux wines, and it's going to give a little bit of aeration too, because it's a little bit wider than your normal.
Absolutely, and also there's a lot of research saying that depending on how the glass is shaped, the wine will form differently the way that it trips on the tongue, where you're going to perceive sweet and sour and bitter and salt and umami.
Flavors.
So far we've gone through a sparkling wine glass, a white wine glass, a Burgundy, also known as a Pinot Noir glass, and a Bordeaux glass. Then, if you're looking for the splurge,
yes,
these are hand-blown glasses. Now, this actually...
This is the sommelier series.
This is the sommelier series.
Hand-blown from the beginning to the bottom. I believe these are actually hand-blown on the top and not the stem.
Exactly. And actually, this can hold almost an entire bottle of wine, so I'm told. And maybe we'll find out after this show.
But you don't want to fill it up all the way.
And you don't want to wash them the way I once washed them in my sink, because they're so big, they're so tall, I've broken several on several occasions,
Want to be really careful.
And then we're finishing off with a cordial glass, which is great for ice wine. It could be great for a liqueur like a Kahlua or a Drambuie, something like that.
Exactly. Any of your after-dinner drinks are going to be wonderful in that glass.
So, having said all this, I think everyone should have on hand an all-purpose sparkling wine glass, a white wine glass, and a red wine glass. But if you want to explore, you can do an entire tasting and get an array of glasses and see if the wines to you really do taste different.
It's true.